Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Saturday the 13th of January 2024. I was wondering yesterday evening why there seemed to be a lot of kids playing out and making a lot of noise. I had forgotten, I guess they didn't have to go to bed early because today is Children's Day in Thailand. It's rather an interesting holiday. I remember it's been here ever since I have been here. Usually the military take the opportunity to display their wares, militarize children in some way or another, which is not particularly good, but the children enjoy it. I mean, they go out, they get a chance to ride on tanks and all that kind of stuff very often. I presume this year will be more of the same. I did go out to a shopping mall and there were millions of kids everywhere, some of them dressed up in fancy dress and having fun. It's really the little kids, not teenagers or anything like that, but it's a great idea. It was really started to help underprivileged children have a day out, a day of respite from horrible lives. I think that's how it began many years ago. But it's been, as I say, I can remember it from when I first got here, and I've lived here for 35 years. So if you're a kid, you're probably not watching this channel, but if by any chance you are, and it's your Children's Day here in Thailand, well, have a good one. Although it's mostly gone already because it's already early evening here in Bangkok. Our other neighbour, Myanmar, had an experiment with democracy a few years back, but the powers that be, didn't like the idea of democracy after a while, decided to take the power back into the control of the military again. Rather unfortunate. They were doing quite well, I thought, at some point, but anyway. Anyway, there have been, of course, that meant that many of the old rebels had to come out of retirement to fight the military junta again. They'd gone into retirement after the period of democracy. They've been fighting ever since. This war is mostly ignored by the West, unlike Ukraine and Israel, because the West sees it as less strategic. I suppose that's the point, isn't it? If they don't have a hand in it, they don't have as much to gain from it, they won't care so much, really. But it is an important thing that's going on, and I'm mentioning this because according to The Guardian, there has been a peace deal negotiated and brokered by the Chinese, which is interesting. Perhaps China would be the ones that could do it, actually, in this region. China is really the major player nowadays, much more important in many ways than the West. Okay, let's get on with the game. So good luck to the peace process, and let's hope there's some semblance of reasonable life back for those people in Myanmar. Let's get on with the game of Sudoku, shall we? We've got sixes blocking down like this. Did I mention the fact that this is the New York Times hard level puzzle? I did not, but you already knew that because you clicked on the video, and so you don't need to be a mind reader to work that out. I like sixes because now I can see sixes blocking on each of these squares in this row and putting a 6 in that square there. Okay, we've got 8, 2 and 9 blocking across here. That's going to put 8, 2 and 9 in those squares. And immediately we see the 2 and the 9, so that's going to be an 8. And we'll have 2 and 9 across here. What does it mean for the 2s? Anything much? 2's in the middle there. Oh, we've got, since we'll see 2's down here as well. 2 across there. 2 this way. And this way, and there's a 2. What did I say? 2 and 9 up here now, didn't I? So 2's are there, 2's are there, and not much there. Okay, how about the 9's? Anything good there? Not sure about that. Anyway, well, the reason I did that is to find out what goes here, and that's going to be a 1 and a 7, and we've got the 7 up here, so there's our 7, and this will be our 1. Now we've got 1s across here, up here, and up there. So there's 1. Missing digits here and here. 4, 5, I think. Three across here and 3 down there puts 3 into that square. Three across the top row and 3 across this row, 3 up. So we have 3s there. And on this side over here, but that bit there is a little tricky L shape. What's up there? 283. No. Oh yes, 283, 283. How about that? Somebody, the notation free brigade definitely would have spotted that immediately. There's 2, 8, and 3 in those squares there. So what does it mean? Might mean nothing, but we do know that that's 2, 8, and 3. Do we know anything about anything else? 2, 8, 3. So 1s. Fours. Fives, same as the 1s. Ah, 5, 1, 7. Okay, oh god, I hope I don't mess this up. This is 2, 3, 8, and this is 5, 1, 7 in those squares. Right, 5, 1, and 7 blocking down here, so that's 5, 1, 7. This is 2, 3, 8. So what is left? 4, I think. Is that right? It's 4 that's left, isn't it? 1, 5, 7, 2, 3, 8. Yes, it's 4. I don't think there's anything much I can do there, really. 7s are in those squares. Two, 3, 8, 1, 5, 4. There's nothing. Okay. This might be useful. 8 across here and 8 down here. So 8 is in one of those two squares, blocking up there. So that's definitely 8's there. Nope, still 2, 3, 8. No. Still can't get the 2 and the 3. I don't know, do I? Sorry if I'm talking to myself a lot here. One of the perils of playing Sudoku with a microphone. Okay, we've got 8 blocking those squares, 8 blocking this square, 8 blocking this square, so there's an 8 in this column. Now 8's across here and across there will give me an 8 there. I think I'm going to click through the digits. I haven't done that yet, and it might help me to spot stuff. So we've got 3 and 8 over here and 3 and 8 down there. So that's a pair of 3 and 8 here. Does that give me anything interesting? 6. Well, it might, but I don't see what it is. If it's anything interesting, I don't know what it is. I suppose I could just look at these digits just in case. This is 3 and 8, so we're looking in these 4 squares for 4, 5, 7, 9. 4, 5, 7, 9. 7, 9. So 4, 5. That's 4, 5. I'll go back to clicking around, which is what I was doing before. I'm going to colour in the 5s a little bit because they might help. No. Ah, there's 8 up here. Look, I just realised there's an 8 to be got there. I missed that one earlier on. Nine across here. Now 9 is one of our missing digits here, so blocking back in that direction. We can grab a 9 there. Missing numbers down here, 5, 6 and 7. We got 5 and 6 in the same row. That's going to be 7 then. So we've got 4 and 5 blocking across here now. And so that means 4 and 5 must be in those squares only. Right. Actually, I've got 3 numbers missing. I can work this out. Oh, why have I not noticed this? Oh, well, 2, 6, 7. Actually, I've just realised that's 2, 6, 7 in those squares. We've got a 2, we've got a 6. This is 4 and 5. Now, I know this is 4 and 5. It does also mean that this square cannot be 4 or 5. But it looks like it could be 6 or 7, so that's not going to give me a unique rectangle, is it? Because I've got 2 possibilities there. So, 4s. Anything happening? Not much. 5s. The trouble is, if I keep playing like this, it's going to take such a long time to finish the game. But I can see that it's... I think that's doable. But how long it takes is the key. If it takes me too long, it's really not good for a video. I'm going to have one quick look through and see if I've missed anything obvious, and then I'm going to go to pencil marks, even though I suspect this game is quite doable without pencil marks. It's just going to take me too long. I have to call a halt to this and fill in the digits. Okay, so I know that I've got 3 and 8 down there. I know that I've got 2 and 9 up here. And what else do I know? 4 and 5 in those squares. Okay, then over here we've got 2s in those squares there. We've got 6 in those squares there. And we've got 7 in any of them. We've also got 7s down here. And a pair of 7s up there. 6s I know were in those squares. And 6s there. Right, let's try going through the digits and a bit more respectfully. 1s. I think that's all I've got. I think that's it. So, just go ahead and fill them in. I think there's not going to be too many. This block here might have quite a lot of digits, but the others will be pretty manageable, so should be okay. This block is done already. This block is done, of course. Let's do this block here. What do we need? 5 can go anywhere. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks up here. So, okay, that's everything now. Now we do have this unique rectangle 4, 5, 4, 5. So I can remove the 4 and the 5 from there. Like I said before, it should be 6 or 7. Is it not 6? Oh! I thought that was a 6 or 7, and because I ruled out the possibility of the unique rectangle, but there was a 6 down here that I totally missed. Okay, so I could have done that before, which will put a pair of 7s down there. Let's get rid of that 7 there as well. That's annoying, because I did see that unique rectangle, and can't believe I messed it up. Well, I can believe it. Okay, anyway, let's carry on. That block is now done, of course, so nothing else to do there. Let's do this block here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's a 5? We don't seem to know anything about 5. I think I'm going to put my glasses on. That might help. Oh yeah, I can see clearly now. 6, 7, 8, 9 are done. And so there's one block down here. We're looking for 4 and 9, and they can go in any of those squares. Right, let's have a look then. Well, we have 4, 5, and 9, 3 numbers in 3 squares. So, oh yeah, of course, I said earlier on, didn't I, that was a pair of 3 and 8, and I forgot and overwrote it. This is something I do a lot. I know I get complaints from commenters about that I overwrite things that I ought to have seen, or sometimes did see and then just forget that I saw it. But that's my poor memory, I'm afraid. Is there anything else? Okay, down here, what are we looking for? 4. Do we know anything about 4? Yes, it blocks down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 we're looking for. 9 blocks down this side. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 blocks down here. Okay. This block here, 1's down here and across there, so that's... Oh yeah, of course, I had this 1, 1, 5, 7, didn't I, in those squares already that I looked at ages ago. So these squares are 1 and 5. And this was 2, 2, 3, 8, wasn't it? I've remembered it now. It's a long time ago. So 2 and the 3, no restrictions on the 2 or the 3. Okay, they can go there. Right, that's done then. Okay, but it doesn't finish the game. So this middle block is where I have to look. We've got 1s. I did say this middle one is likely to have more digits. Candidates, I mean. 1 here. 2 blocking up here and across there, so 2's in those squares there. 4 blocking across here and 4 down there, so 4's in those squares. 5, 6 blocking like this, those are 6's. 7, not the foggiest, and 9 blocks like this. Okay, so we had a pair of 2 and 7 here. So this 2 and 7 can be removed, and this 7 can be removed from down here. And now we've got a pair of 1, 9, we've got 2, 7, and we've got 4, 5. All pairs all the way up. It's nice, isn't it? We've got 2, 3, and 8, 3 numbers in 3 squares, so this 2 in fact can't stand. It's got to be a 7. And so that will be a 7 there, and this will be a 7 up there. And we shall do some removals. That is going to be a 2. And this is not. Well, I don't know if I would have got there without pencil marks, actually. I said earlier on I thought it was probably doable without pencil marks. Of course, for some of you it is, but maybe it wouldn't have been for me after all. Maybe it wasn't that easy. So 2, 3, 8 here, so I've got to get rid of this 2. And now we have 4, 5, and 6 in these 3 squares here. So this 4 can go, and this 6 can go. Now we have a pair of 1 and 9, so this has to be a 2. And this can't be a 2. I think I'm going to click through the digits. Might be easier to spot stuff. As of yet, there are no completed numbers that I've placed. But this can't be a 4, can it? That's got to be a 5. And this would be a 1, and that would be a 5. And 5 will be here. So 9 is in that square, and 3 is here. And we'll get rid of the 3's there, giving me an 8 here, and a 2 there, and a 3 there, and a 9 up here with a 2 there, and a 4 here, and a 1 there. So now 2 is finished for sure. 9, and everything else is likely to be finished pretty soon, I reckon. Don't you? Let's get rid of candidate 1. Last number here is 3. 5, 6 like this, so that's a 9. This is not a 9. Actually, we need a 9 here. So I'll get rid of those 9s. 9 in that square, 4 there. 6. So, sorry for taking a long time to finish the game. That's really because I spent a long time trying to get there without pencil marks, but unsuccessfully. But it is not supposed to be a notation-free channel, but I just try to do the best that I can, but I didn't get that far. So that's a shame that it's made such a long game, but never mind, it's the weekend, right? Nothing else to do. I'm not young enough to celebrate Children's Day, I'm afraid. Take care. Bye-bye.